we're going to make chocolate banana coconut cake. So let's get started. First, start off with 2 sticks. This will be a total of 8 ounces of unsalted butter. If you don't have butter, go ahead and use margarine, but you do want to melt this. The easiest way, of course, is in a microwave. Then you're going to add 1½ cups of granulated sugar to that. Now once you do that, just start to mix it in with just a spoon. You don't need a mixer at this point, just with your spoon. Then you're going to transfer that to a larger bowl that you're going to need to make the cake. So take that mixer into your larger bowl. The idea of combining the two together is actually to melt the sugar into the butter. So your butter, you want it to be a little bit warm from the microwave so that the sugar then dissolves in that warm butter that you put in. Next, you're going to need some ripened bananas. Now you need to mash them up quite well, and that's 2 cups of them. Now generally that's about 5 or 6 ripened bananas, but 2 cups is how much that I'm putting in. Now the batter is going to seem a little bit lumpy at first, but that's okay. Now you want to turn your mixer on and start to combine it all together, and it's also going to help to mash those bananas up a little bit for you. Now what you want to do at this point is that you really want to mix this for about 5 minutes, but I'm going to hurry it along because of the video, so I'm going to do it a shorter amount of time. But you want this mixture to become very thick in texture. So it's going to take about 5 minutes to do that. Now once you do that, you're going to now add 3 tablespoons of either dark rum that you have, or light rum, or brandy, whatever one that you prefer. 3 tablespoons of that in there. You're going to go ahead and you're going to put 1 teaspoon of vanilla now into the batter. And then you're going to add 2 large eggs and put them in. Let's go back to our mixer again on low to start to combine everything that I just put into the bowl. Now you can do this with a hand mixer, as I am, or the stand mixer, whatever that you prefer. Now once you see that that's been completely blended well, and it will start to look like this, you're going to start with your dry ingredients. So I went ahead in a separate bowl and I've put in 2 3/4 cups of flour. And I'm going to put in it very slowly and just mix it right now by hand. I'm going to add a little bit more. When it starts to get too thick, go ahead and use your hand mixer if you prefer. And work the sides of your bowl. I'm going to add a little bit more and mix it in. I'm getting close to being turning on my mixer again. I'm going to put the rest of that flour into my batter. And now I'm going to start with my mixer on low so I don't get showered with flour. And I'm going to start to combine this. Now once you start to combine, it's going to become very lumpy looking and thick. Now it's time to add baking soda. And you're going to need 1 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda to it. Keep your mixing going on low, and you're going to put in now 1 teaspoon of salt. Work the sides of your bowl. You want to mix it on low because you don't want to overbeat the batter. You don't want this to become tough once it's baked. And this is probably going to take you probably about a minute to a minute and a half to combine all of it. Now we're going to put the shredded coconut in, and you do want to have 1 cup packed coconut. So put that now into your batter on low. It's becoming very thick at this time. Just stay with it. Work the sides of the bowl. And now you're going to need a 1/2 cup of either walnuts if you prefer, or almonds. You want to chop them medium to fine. It's up to you. Whatever nut you prefer, and put that into the batter. Again on medium. We're going to go to medium right now, speed. And the last thing that we're going to put in is our chocolate. Now on the chocolate, you can use milk chocolate, which I'm using for this recipe, or if you prefer, go ahead and use white chocolate. And you're going to need 6 ounces of chocolate, but you do want to cut it so that they're very small in size, about 1/2 inch in chocolate. And then put your chocolate into your batter. Your mixer now should be about at medium so that you can really combine all the ingredients together. Now this is a really great cake for having coffee or tea. It's very easy to put together. Now once you do that, you're going to need 2 loaf pans. So grease your loaf pans and put, of course, flour in it so it won't stick. Make sure that your batter is well mixed. You can see what it really looks like once it's finished. And fill your 2 loaf pans halfway up. Your oven needs to be at 350 degrees, and it's going to take anywhere from an hour to an hour and 15 minutes. But use a cake tester to see when it's ready. If your cake tester or toothpick comes out dry, you know that cake is ready. The last 20 minutes though, put a piece of aluminum foil over your 2 loaf pans so that it doesn't brown too much for you. So again, at 350 for anywhere from an hour to an hour and 15 minutes that you're going to bake it. Now once you do that, this is optional, but once you fill your loaf pans, you can sprinkle the top with sesame seeds. And it really adds a lot to this cake. Now once it's done, it's going to look like this. And remember, you're going to have 2 loaf cakes. It smells delicious. It is great tasting. It's moist. You're going to love this. I hope you try this recipe. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe to my channel.